What's going on, guys? We're back in NHL 20 points more for franchise mode with our New York Islanders. So last year, we'll do a couple things before we get into the draft. Check out the awards and the playoff tree. The playoff tree, here it is. Toronto wins the first, so here we go. So who do we make deals with? We sent Lee to Ottawa. We sent... I think that was the only trade. Out west, do we make any more trades? I don't think so. And then that was just for rebuild it, like it was Minnesota. But so Ottawa made it all the way to the final after the Anders Lee trade. They're a team to be reckoned with. There's five really good teams in the Atlantic. We just screwed over any Atlantic team that wants to win a Stanley Cup anytime soon because, Montreal's there. We screwed everybody over with Ottawa, making them good. Although they're going to be in some cap trouble soon, so this was probably their year to do it, and they didn't do it. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty realistic, I would think, with the trades that went down. We got ousted in 5. Now for the awards. So Dallas wins the Stanley Cup, so it's back to the Western Conference after being Tampa's last year. Florida wins the President's Trophy, so the Florida teams keep it for 3 years in a row. And that's an Atlantic team. Dallas, Clarence S., Prince of Wales to the Ottawa Senators. Connor McDavid wins the Art Ross and the Hart. The Norris to Erik Karlsson. Lady Byng to Patrick Kane. Wallstrom, our guy, gets the Calder. Conn Smythe to Jamie Benn. Vezina to Anderson. Bobrovsky wins it to M. Jennings. Brennan Dillon, Masterton. Jack Adams goes to St. Louis. O'Reilly gets the Selke for... He had 2 of the last 3 years. McDavid, oh my gosh. You give it to Oh, that's dumb. Ovi keeps the streak alive, but... That's dumb. How could you give it to Connor McDavid? Yes, he's good, but he's Leon Draisaitl. Any of our guys here? Checkers? No, we finished last. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Alright. Now for the draft. Now for the thing that we've all been waiting for. Let's get into it. I'll give you guys my plan. Montreal doesn't want their pick. They don't want it. They think they're good enough. We're going to make it fast. They have Alexei Lafreniere. They have Kotkaniemi, Young, Domi, Young, Drew, and Young. Old Weber, but they have their sniper in Lafreniere. How was his year? Pretty bad. But they also have Kotkaniemi. They have Domi, their goal scorer. They have Drouin, a goal scorer. You don't give up on a guy like this, but if they think they're ready to go and they're ready to get rid of some guys, they got their top guns, and they want to get rid of it. What do you want forward? Here's the thing. So they're going to be a playoff contender next year with this deal if we make it. They have Primo coming up. He played in the NHL this year. Yeah. He could use more seasoning in Laval. He played really good in Laval, but he could use more seasoning. So this makes a ton of sense here. Let's not add Primo, but let's add one Semyon Varlamov. We have our 2 goalies next year. I think we're going to rely on them. And we're going to give Jovanovski the starting role down in the AHL, so that works. Also, I don't know if does this sniper even fit our core, because he's franchised, but if he doesn't fit, then we don't need him. Backer, no. Nope. He's NHL ready? No. We're sticking with our guys here. We're sticking with our guys. You know what? Simpic. They take Backer. Yeah. We're sticking with our guys. They didn't want him. But we have no other choice but to stick with who we want. So Toronto and Ottawa. And then we have the 22nd, 24th, and 27th. So via draft class. So with the 22nd, can we take one of our guys? There's no need to really move up because they're all here. I like Stankoven. I said I was going to wait to see who's there. Gunther fits for top line. Stankoven fits for second line. Not all that well. If he had to shoot, then he would fit. He has more goals. He was in the same league as Gunther. Gunther had 17 minutes of ice. Stankoven had 18. Carry cycle efficient balance here for Malitza. But we don't need him. We have our sniper. It's just for the future. Logan Stankoven would be perfect for the second line, I would think. He's 2 years away. Or Dylan Gunther. Which I know he's probably better than Stankoven. He fits perfect with our top line. So he's like a Wallstrom. And if we might be able to get a +5 if we throw him up on the top line next year. Okay, let's sim and see who's there. Brooks I wanted, but at the end of the day, Lockhart, good pick. Good pick for the Maple Leafs. Zach Dean, Huckins, Robida, Kidney, Chaika, Louvaria, Sid Licky, Carson Lambos, Pinelli. So Lambos goes to an already stacked defensive Carolina Hurricanes. Pinelli off to Arizona. Brett Harrison off to Columbus, which they got screwed, but I guess they have the 4th and the 9th pick. Otson over to the Rangers. LaRue over to the Blackhawks. Law over to Calgary. That's a really good pick for them. Sillinger, pretty good pick for the Red Wings. Trevor Wong. So they get Wong and they get Harrison. Sniper and playmaker combo. Louis off to the Wild. So, you know, they picked another centerman up. Why didn't you go for like a... I guess really all there was centerman. Like, there was the 2 wingers up top. But I know you picked the best available, but trade down your pick. Take Otson. And get like something else back. Because you don't need a center. You have J.G. Pajot, and you have all those rookie centers. Okay. So the bad news is both the players are there. And I only really want to take one of them. We have 3 picks. Our 3 first rounders are in. Or do we have 4? 4 was Brooks, and we didn't take Brooks because we're an idiot. I knew I had to trade up for something. I think we just take... Kronovic. Carry cycle efficient. I think you're carry cycle efficient. Don't block. He fits top line. Kronovic has to be one of our picks. He fits top line, just not top line forward, whatever you call it. So do we take the 2 first liners? Stringer is balance, overload, right? So he's good top liner. There's another guy that I want to take as well. Oh, we gotta call timeout here. Call timeout. Okay, we're gonna make the pick. We're gonna make the pick. Make the pick. It's not Stanka. Oh, it's so hard to pass up on this guy because he did so much better than Gunther. But we take the pair. Because we have Hosang. Stankoven's not even a sniper. It's either Stankoven or Koronovic. Guys, this is so hard to choose. I want Koronovic now. Because he fits fairly well. Stringer's got to be the option. Gunther is a really good option, but Stankoven. We have Wallstrom for top line. Stankoven's the pick. Stankoven is the pick. 70. Oh, two-way forward. Oh. Did we deal Stankoven to the Penguins for their pick? We messed up, guys. Oh, we took the wrong guy. Oh, no. Stankoven's not even that good. We have Jamie Drysdale, too. I totally forgot about him. Did we give you Finisankov as well? Although he friggin' destroyed everybody this year. We'll give you Newkirk as well. Take Stankoven. Yeah. We sweeten the deal a little bit. We got the 3 picks, yeah. No, we're taking Gunther, Koronovic, and so we made a mistake with our first pick. Luckily, the Penguins wanted him. Gunther is good. Yeah, luckily the Penguins wanted him. He is 29. We have 27. Okay, we'll take Koronovic here. Playmaker, sniper, combo. Beautiful. The future looks bright for us. Alexa, he was good. He wasn't a sniper. Stillman. Stillman was good too. So any pick we made would have been solid. We don't know how they fit. These guys fit fairly well in the first line. Almost perfect. We have our guys for the future. We have our guys for the future. There it is. Power forward, playmaker, sniper combo. They're not the centerman, but whoever does the better, they're going to be battling each other. And we missed a pick with Stankoven, but we're not going to talk about that. Now, I want to make another pick, and it's not going to be a first round pick. Oh no. It is the Goring, right here. Because he is 3 years out, and he's got balance, overload. Perfect selection. He's a playmaker. I think this guy would be a very good pickup for our team. He is medium top 6, confirmed too. So he's not a center. I would have liked that, but we could try to grow him as a center in the AHL, which I think would be perfect. So he's 42. How many away from this guy is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So to play it safe, we'll go next 10 picks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Rangers. Rangers or the Blackhawks or the Bruins. We don't have a second round pick. We're playing it safe so we can bump back to the Bruins. The thing is, how do the Bruins look for goaltenders? Because it's going to be Semyon Varlamov going the other way. It undoubtedly has to be. They want to contend for a Stanley Cup with the core they have. They have guys coming up. Do they need that backup? Because he'd be a backup. They got Miller. How good did he do? They also have Jimmy Howard. Miller played like complete shit. And they have Brian Elliott. So you know what? No. They have their goalies. They have their goalies here. How about the Islanders or the Rangers? They don't want their pick. I know it's the other New York team. I know. They have Shesterkin. And they have Hank Lundqvist. So really they don't even want what I got. Which sucks. How about the Blackhawks? Do they need to make it up one more run? They gave up on Lehner, and they decided to keep Crawford. Crawford is now not here. So they need a goalie for next year, and this could give it to them. This makes a ton of sense. They have Kane. They have Dylan Strome. Big growth from him. They have Boquist. They have DeBrincat. They have Nylander. They have Taves still. They have Kirby Dach coming up. They have Hleru as Boldu gets picked. I think this has to go through with the Blackhawks. We give them a starting goalie. He didn't do well for us in the playoffs. But they have a better team in front of them, if you think about it. Defensively, they have Boquist still. They have 2, 3, 4. I wouldn't give them a defenseman, but they have guys coming up, right? So after 1 year, maybe they're going to be able to finagle a deal for defensemen. I'm not ready to give up on one of our guys. Even though Pollock would be the guy to give up on because he's not doing very well. Do we package both for a second? Give up on Pollock. He is a top line guy. He's not really developing. He's got medium, top 4. He had a fairly bad year. They'd be over league men. They can't do it. They can do the goalie though. And straight up for a starter for you don't even know who we're picking. We're not telling you obviously Chicago, but you don't know who we're picking, and you're getting a starting goalie next year. Maybe the year after that. So you have a confirmed goalie for at least 1 year if he doesn't retire. Accepted. We're transferring Georgiev that starter status. Moberg, Eklund, Oberg. Now for our pick. Second round Magic. Is it a thing? Goring is the guy. We also have in the second round this defenseman. I would really love to add him. So if we can finagle one more deal, I would love to do it. Sawyer, Goring. Beautiful. We'll convert him to a centerman. He's got decent face-offs to start. So even a 70 overall face-off rating isn't bad. And this could translate all over the board. He could be a first or third line center. He could be a first or third line or even second line center with a +3. This guy could play pretty much anywhere on our team. The big thing is he's got first line potential with the matching of the first line play style. Did he get taken? He didn't. This defenseman's ours. This defenseman is ours. We need another one. He fits perfectly. Logan Calico from the U.S. Development Program. 62 overall. He's a medium top 6. So we're not hitting with people, but we're hitting with depth. If we get a +5 with 80 overall, 81, 82 overall players, it's still high, right? It's very high. Gustav Nyquist is now a senator. Huh. The Penguins are shopping around Logan Stankoven. They didn't want him either. They wanted him for his value. They can get another piece from him. Alright, so I think we've got the pieces we need. We got our defenseman. We got our first line, eventual first line. Brennan Hoffman. Comrie. I don't think I have anybody else pinned. We have this low top 4 defensive defenseman. Uriel. He's a cycle pinch. So he's one that I wanted because he's low top 4. This Bandit Clark kid. So it's 68-69. We don't know what DeMello is, but I'm taking him. So 68-69. 40. 8, 9, 10, 50, 1, 2. $60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna make another deal with the Rangers here for their 2/3. They're 2/3. How do they look? So they want to make a run with Artemi Panarin. What a year he had for them. They don't need draft picks. You take a look at who they've got. They've got Panarin. They've got Capo. It's just growth they need. They got this guy, Magnus Ottson. He was their first round selection this year. They have Byfield. They have Cole Perfetti. It's just a little bit of growth they need. So maybe 2 years. 2 years is all they need. Let's call it for them a 2-year window. They have Robertson coming up. They have 2 years, 88. 2 years, he's pretty much done growing. 2 years, 86. 2 years, probably 82. 2 years, 85. Like, we're just throwing randoms out there, but they've got their defensemen in 2 years. They got their right wingers in 2 years. Take a look at this. They got Gauthier. They have Kravtsov. They have Ottson, and they have Capo. Oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be I thought there was going to be a little bit of... But their team is good to go. In 2 years. Our team in 2 years. We're probably next year ready to go on a fairly long run. They're 2 years and then they're ready. So they're not going to interfere with us. And even if we do, we'll kick their ass. I hope. We give you a second in return, but I do want... Yeah, so this is for the goalie as well. So we'll give you our second and 2/3, because we still have 2 more thirds. It's overpayment, but, we're not fleecing them. They don't want anybody... they don't have anybody we need. Jamie Drysdale. He's a pinch cycle, I believe. Like, he's our offensive defenseman of the future, in my opinion. We got our DFDs. We don't have anything they need. They don't have anything we need. Maybe we give them Aho as well, just for another OFD. You don't really know, right? I don't know what they need. We could give them a prospect by the name of Simon Holmstrom, but I want to try to keep him for another bigger trade if we need him next year at the deadline, possibly. We don't have anybody they want now. We've got our left wingers of the future. Are any of you guys good at face-offs? Ginther is the best. Actually, it's Kernvik that is the best, but I don't really want to grow you out of centerman because you're the playmaker. Although it could be good, Goring and Koronovic for the future as our top 1 and 2 centers. We can give up a Finisenkov, I think. Although he's transferring over to the AHL next year. He was an overager and he did fantastic. So I kind of want to keep him. We got Primo that we could maybe give up here. We got Chartier. We got Hayden that we could afford to lose to maybe help your center core. We got Hayden we can afford to lose. What does your center core look like? I know I have to... See, he's an 80 overall. This helps you next year. Kind of. You got your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4. You got Elias Anderson, but he is good depth. He might be able to fit in as one of your left wingers or your right wingers the way we used him this year. So I'm going to try to go through this trade. We're not trying to fleece them. We give them more than we got because we know what we're getting. This is a deal where we know who we're picking and it's not fleecing them. I want Clark because he is the pinch cycle that we want. Medium elite. Oh, but he's a 2-way. He's a 2-way. McCabe. Elite. He's a 2-way. Oh, I got overexcited. We're taking DeMello. Yeah, we're taking DeMello here. Picking up, he's a medium starter. 66 overall, so he is our next big thing. Let's kind of just take a stab at the dark with someone. Tolvanen's a bust, but we picked up a bust goalie last year, and he did fairly well. Colton Dock. Walsh. High Note. Gunderson. Caleb Lawrence. McCarthy there. Malat. Pierce. Freshka maybe. I do want to try to get some grinders and all of that. And they're thinking Gunderson or Civet there. Or High Note. Let's go Andre High Note. Power forward. Low 9 power forward. Now it's just about bringing bodies and if you can get some trade value back, trade value. Hamonic. We got a couple DFDs here. Tolvanen. 1 point. 0 points. I'm taking Tolvanen. Hainu Tolvanen. Low 7 DFD. Let's get this draft done with. I'm pretty much done with it. Let's take Duffy. He's a playmaker. Civet. And Gunderson, so we'll take Civet here. There we go. 2-way forward. We can bring those guys on for bottom 6. That's a pretty good draft there. Benjamin Road. DFD 7th D man. We're almost done. Unknown Dawson Wall. Pretty solid. And we're done. So Wall was our last pick. We picked up 2 goalies. We picked up 3 really good players. It was well worth it. The Blackhawks got a guy. We got our guy. Now for the re-sign phase. So I'm going to get this done off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back for the preview of the free agent pool. Well, this isn't free agency. This is back on our contract screen. I'll show you what I did. So center-wise, I'm offering contract extensions right now. I want to try to keep these guys together the best we can. The thing we're doing is I'm planning on going on about a 3-year run. 3 years. Barzal, obviously the exception. He's our franchise center. He stays no matter what. After a year like that especially, he stays no matter what. I'm signing him up 8 years, $11 million. Which, you think about that. 5 years would be 30. It'll be like 32, 33 at the end of it. So then he's just hitting his second leg where he can sign another 4-year deal with us because he's a good player. Karpatsev, low elite, 85 overall after the first year. He's playing third line. Koskin's playing second line. +5 gets Karpatsev up to a 90. Remember that. A 90. Andrew Ladd's back. He's obviously staying. We do have to sign some depth. I want to fill out this team depth-wise because there's injuries going on this year. Blanchard's going to play 1 more year in the AHL with our prospects that are eligible to come up. Wallstrom, after a big year like that, he's only an 86, but with his +5, he's a 91. +3. He is 89. So he's almost a 90. And on defense, I feel like keeping it the same. Dobson, I want to offer him a contract extension, but he wants $4.5 million. And as my bottom pairing defenseman, because Juice is good, as my bottom pair defenseman, I don't think I want to keep that. Ricola's signed up for another year. We have Aho that we can call up if we need be. For depth, we don't really need any help defensive-wise. I would like to get 2 better top guys here, but it would be for Pollock. And I'll show you guys in a minute. There's not many options. Goalies, I thought about it. 3 years. And this changed my whole perspective. 3 years down the road, he is signed up. Right? 3 years down the road, he is 28. 3 years down the road, he's looking at a starting gig, Soderstrom. I would think. Georgiev came off a really good backup season. He played terrible. The league teams are going to look at him. He's doing fairly well. Then you get him thrown in for a couple playoff games. This goalie's ready to be a starter. I thought about it. It makes sense in the fact that we have cap that we can keep. But I'll show you guys in a second my options. So defensively, we're going to leave everything offensive. No changes need to be made. Keeping the same offensive lines. Defensively, we have options. We really do. We'll base it off overall, please. We have Tanev. 3-year deal. It's a 3-year run. I want 2 Stanley Cups in this run. So maybe not next year, but the next 2 years. After next year, we're golden, right? So we have Tanev. We don't have Petrie. We have Edler. But for 3 years, I don't really... Oh, no. Not Edler. Who was it? Zadorov. 3 years, he's 29. He's still good to go for another run, and he fits top 4. Coburn fits 4, so you bring him on. Zadorov replaces him. Bouwmeester fits top 4. Bring him on, win him a Stanley Cup. Even though St. Louis already did that. Forbert. None. Alexiuk. You don't know. Then the goalies. This is my options. Freddie Anderson and Braden Holtby. Vezina and Vezina caliber, like slightly behind Freddie. Freddie turned it on at the end of the year. We go to the Maple Leafs. They don't have a goalie. And in real life, Georgiev, it was a target. I didn't look at this. I'm going to show you guys firsthand. There's a lot of cap space to go around. The team we want is the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have quite a bit of cap left. They have $8 million. I wish they had the rights to Freddie, but they don't. Their two goalies, Joseph Full and Campbell. We give them 3 guaranteed years with 3 guaranteed years with Georgiev. It doesn't make sense, but it also, like, it replaces the Leafs goalie. It does make sense, but it doesn't. Like, it doesn't because, what do we get out of it? Well, we don't get anything out of it, but this is a team to send him to because there's no goalie on here, and he's cheap. They got their centers next year. They got their left wingers, obviously, next year. Johnson is playing like absolute shit. So maybe an Eberle deal for him. Could be out there. They got their left wingers. They're not totally ready there, but their right wingers can fill in for their left wingers. They got Marner. They got Nylander. They got Kasperi Kapanen at $2 million, just under 1. Just under 3. They have Nick Patan. They have Korshkov. So they do need a little bit of help anyways, especially with their left wingers. Their right wingers, their defense, they brought back Barry. So they got Riley, 1 year left at his 4-7-10. He was $5 million. So 1 year left at his 5. He needs to come back. 2 years left for Barry. 3 years left for Muzzin. They have Liljegren up. They have Dermott coming up. They have Sandin on his way up. So they're ready to do this thing in the next 3 years. They're ready to win a Stanley Cup in the next 3 years. Looks like their window is 3 years with Jake Muzzin. Their window, 3 years, William Nylander. Their window is 3. Their window is 3, and 4 is Tavares, and Matthews is 3. Speaking of 3, Matthews might be a free agent. A couple times where he is. But they need a goalie for those 3 years, and what matches is our goalie, Georgiev. I won't be trading him until we get Freddie Anderson, but let's say a second. What is a second compared to? We have 3 firsts again. But what is a second compared to Georgiev, right? So we don't get him, but Linus Soderstrom, next 3 years, he's probably ready to go. And even, DeMello, we just signed him. Next 3 years, he's probably ready to go. Based off how the AHL plays. That's a deal I'd be willing to make. We're not losing anything on him. We're getting a second and Freddie Anderson for Georgiev. Think about that. Freddie Anderson was the Leafs' property. He's not now. But trade a second and Georgiev for Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson for 3 years. Their window's 3 years. Our window's 3 years. We're going to meet up. Actually, their window is 4 years if you think about it, because, their big guys are signed till 4. This is very interesting. Very interesting paths. And it leaves them with $7 million. So they want to win in the next 3 years. It leaves them with $7 million and a goalie that can do that for them. He's proven to win in the playoffs. It was a rocky start. I wanted to keep Georgiev, but if Freddie Anderson's available, and Freddie Anderson we can take for the next 3, we'll sign him for 4. But if we can bring him on, he is a huge piece to the puzzle. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NHL content. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.